Hey guys, and welcome back into my Big Brother Season 2 episode reviews. We are now on to episode 23. Down, to what we got, about seven episodes left for the review series. And we'll get right started with Season 3 following Season 2's completion. So, to get into this episode, the episode starts out with Bucky and his reaction to being nominated up against Will. And the house is really surprised, ultimately, that Bucky is handling this nomination so well. He's, in my eyes, and I can see it as I watch the show, but I feel like even if I was in the house, I would pick up on it as well. They think Bucky is handling it so well. And in some ways he is, but you could tell it's fake. The smile he's putting on, the real cheesy smile, you could tell it's not sincere. I mean, it's good on him that he's attempting to let it roll off his back and handle it well, but I wouldn't buy it if I was in the house, and I'm surprised the house guests do. So we get a lot of people talking, like Holt in particular was saying that if she gets nominated in the future, she hopes she can handle it as well as Bunky's handling this nomination. Ultimately, though, after that, we have a segment with Bucky and Nicole outside. Bunky basically wants to get a little bit of clarification from Nicole. He wants to know, am I staying? Am I leaving? If you're going to vote me out, that's fine, but let me know. I want to know. And obviously, it's not fine, but he just wants clarification. He wants to know if he should prepare for it. Nicole is non-committal, kind of says that nothing's set in stone at this point. It could go either way. And Bucky kind of takes offense to that. And what he says is basically, I guess, prior they'd had a conversation. And he says that Nicole had kind of promised that she would never vote to evict him. That's what Bucky says. And Nicole responds by saying, look, I never said that. You said you'd never vote to evict me. I was not able to give you that same response back. And you don't really get clarification of who's right. I mean, we're to believe that Nicole is telling the truth because Bucky doesn't call her out on it, nor does he say anything in the diary room about that not being true. So if that's the case, then good job, Nicole, on sticking up for yourself and basically saying, Bucky, that's not what I said. And I was confused why Bucky would even say that. If that's not what Nicole said, why would Bucky even say that? God, I hate when this fucking anytime I start a video, this asshole on a motorcycle just has to go down the road. It's an absolute necessity and requirement for that fucking guy. Lives right down the street. But yeah, so I think the Bucky storyline in terms of how he's handling the nomination, it's okay. It's not the most entertaining thing in the world, but it's not horrible. Then we had a good conversation between Monica and Nicole. And they're basically talking. Monica's telling Nicole, look, you remember the Untouchables, which we've talked about in previous episodes, which is a big reason why Nicole made the nominations the way she did the week prior. Monica's basically telling her, look, you misunderstood what the group Untouchables meant. It's not what you thought it was, which ultimately shouldn't have been news to Nicole because that is the same exact thing Krista said to her the week prior. But as Monica's telling in this, you can see Nicole is starting to get angry. She believes Monica. She's starting to pick up on the fact that I was wrong. The Untouchables was not what I thought it was. And then she thinks, well, who told me? Who put that mindset in my head of what this group was? And it's Will. Remember, Will's the one that told her that it was the strong group that made an alliance to go to the final three. Remember when he told her they were playing cards and that's how they were deciding who they were going to vote out. And he made it seem more sinister to Nicole, made it seem more serious. And Nicole bought it, but Nicole believed him. And at this point now, she's realizing it was all bullshit and that Will was lying to her. So then the rest of basically until the last 5 minutes, the rest of this episode is mainly Nicole is pissed at Will, wants him out of the house desperately. She lets Hardy know how much she hates him. Then ultimately they have the luxury competition that Will wins using the procedure he learned, tying the doll or whatever, the thing he learned as a surgeon. And then Bucky comes in second, which ultimately it was a competition where two people won. They both win the flyover in the helicopter over Los Angeles, which I got to say, up until season 22 is still one of the best rewards I think a house guest has ever won. I think that would be, when you're in that house for 60 days at this point and you get an opportunity not only to finally get out of the fucking house, but get to fly in a helicopter over downtown Los Angeles. I think that would just be an amazing competition. Really reset your brain, put you in a better emotional position. And I think winning that competition had to do wonders for Will. And, if one of them wasn't going to go home, if Bunky wasn't going to go home, probably would have helped him. Just gives you a new frame of mind and whatnot, refreshing. But I gotta admit, the episode, like I said, the last 30 minutes of the episode was pretty much, if you wanted it simplified, was Nicole is pissed at Will. That was the last 30 minutes of this fucking episode. But for some reason, because I like Nicole, because I like Will, I still found it entertaining. Obviously Will wins that competition. It even more sets off Nicole. And then ultimately, Will gets back from it. He's in a really good mood. He decides he's going to bring some food into Nicole. And because he's able to pick up on the fact she's pissed, he wants to kind of mend fences. And she's not having it. She's pissed at him. Basically says to get the fuck out of her, or get out the fuck out of the HOH room, or she's going to like beat the shit out of him. So Will leaves. He goes and basically asks Hardy how he should approach the situation. And Hardy basically gives him the rundown on why she's pissed at him. No one cares, Hardy, you suck. A lot of people are pissed at you as well. But then I thought it was funny when Will in the dining room basically says, like, look, I'm not letting her fucking ruin this day for me. She's ruined the previous 50 plus days. I'm not letting her ruin this one as well. So you can tell Will does not like her. I mean, it's been pretty clear for a while now. Nicole wants, and Will says this in the dining room, Nicole wants to like him and wants him to like her. When Nicole gets pissed at Will, it's because I've said from the beginning, and I still hold true to that, I think, yes, she's married, yes, she loves her husband, I understand, and nothing would happen with them in the house, but I truly believe throughout the entirety of the season, she had a crush on him. I really do. And I think Will said in the diary room that he really believes that she has feelings for him. And I think it's true. Like, sometimes it's hard to tell with Will because sometimes he's just trying to be funny and trying to, play up for the audience. But I think he truly believes it. And I believe it as well. She has every reason to hate him. And not just hate him for little bits and periods of time. Like, he's called her a bitch. He slams cars into her. He treated her like shit the first, 3 weeks. Like, she has no reason to like him. But yet she does. And most of the time when she gets pissed at him, it's because he's just acting mean to her. He's acting like a dick to her. And she cares because she does like him. That's why she gets mad. If you don't like the person, why would you care if they treat, unless they're, being horrible to her, they're, pulling a Justin and sticking a knife to your throat or something. Like, if someone I don't like or don't care about is not polite to me or is rude to me, 99% of the time, I'm not going to give a shit. Especially in a game like this, when it gets to if the person I don't like, I think they're rude, whatever the case may be, I'll just vote their fucking asses out. And Nicole has every ability with her and Hardy winning all these HOHs. She could vote Will out at any time she wants. But she doesn't. And why doesn't she? Because I truly believe she has feelings for him. However strong those may be, I don't know. But she does, in my opinion, have some sort of feelings for him. Comment down below. Do you agree with that? But all in all, like I said, the episode started out with a lot of Bunky stuff. Then it goes to the competitions. You had the food comp and the luxury comp. Then ultimately, you got the really cool luxury competition with Will and Bunky getting the helicopter ride. And the rest of the episode is basically just Nicole pissed at Will. That's why this episode review is short, because honestly, this episode didn't have a lot to it. I found it to be entertaining because I like Will and Nicole both very much. And watching them fight and watching how Nicole's reaction to stuff is so much different than Will. Like, Will, again, takes it all as a game. He knows Nicole. He's using Nicole to further himself in the game. In the grand scheme of things, outside of the game, in terms of he needs her, he does know that he needs her to go far. I'll tell you that he don't give a shit how she talks to him, how she treats him. He doesn't care if she's mad at him, if she likes him. It doesn't matter to him. But Nicole, on the other hand, if Will's mean to her, says anything mean, does anything disrespectful, she just flips out. And she does do that with the majority of the house in general, but with Will, it's 10 times worse. They had to devote 2/3 of an episode to her just being pissed at him. And again, him winning the competition with her being so upset already was just icing on the cake because it made her even more upset. But all in all, a pretty good episode. Obviously, they're pushing off the inevitable eviction episode, which is now going to be episode 24, where you finally get the conclusion of Bunky or Will. One of them will go home. And like I've been saying for a few episodes now, it feels like 5 fucking episodes because we had the 1 week with no HOH. We're finally going to get to the final 4, finally get a new HOH, get Hardy the fuck out of that HOH room, and hopefully get him the fuck out of the house. That would be absolutely phenomenal. again, this was a good episode. Not a perfect one, not a great one, but Will is entertaining as hell. I think if you went through the last 8, 9 episodes, he's been the MVP of 7 or 8 of them, I gotta say. So I think Will's really, 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 as I said he would do, as soon as Shannon left the house, has taken complete control over this house, over the television show, over people's entertainment with the show, or at least a majority of them. And all in all, this is Dr. Will's season. And, thank God he was in the season, because this season would have been, with the no veto and whatnot, would have definitely been a lot lower. I think when you rank these seasons, I think season 2 would have been 5, 6, 7, 8 spots lower on people's rankings if it wasn't for Dr. Will alone. So all in all, guys, let me know what you guys think about this episode. Do you agree that luxury competition was one of the coolest things that a house guest has won in the history of the show? Don't forget to like, comment, and please subscribe. And I'll be back for my episode 24 review shortly. Probably in the next hour or so. So talk to you guys soon. I'm out. Go Dr. Will, baby.